the more seriously you take the Bible, the more difficulty you're going to have with this passage. Now, why is that? It's in the Bible, and clearly it's saying that Gentiles are to be accepted. It's at the core of what the New Testament is about from here on in, that it's not just a message for the Jews, this good news, this Christian message. And we see that in the end, the winning side is the side that brings in the Gentiles. Good news for most of us who are not born Jews, right? But what does it say about the way we understand the Bible? Because Peter has an argument with God quoting the Bible. Peter assumes he's being put to some sort of test by God when the Spirit says to him, eat these unclean animals, because Peter says, no, the Bible tells me that these animals are unclean and I should not eat them. But again and again, the Spirit says to him, this is not unclean. I have made nothing unclean. What I say is clean is clean. And of course, that's true. It's God speaking. So what does that say about God speaking in the Bible? It can't possibly be the final word, this human document, the Bible. That's not to say that God isn't speaking there, but we have to listen. Perhaps we're not hearing it right. Perhaps we're thinking that some people are unclean when no people are unclean. And perhaps God is still speaking. Perhaps there is yet more light to break forth from God's holy word. And perhaps we need to find a way to have ears that hear and eyes that see. And I would argue that that way is relationship. Knowing the voice of God, feeling the presence of God, being moved by God's Spirit. And that doesn't happen in a vacuum. That happens through our spiritual practices, and it happens in our communities. There's no such thing as a single Christian, a solo Christian. We're in this together, listening and looking and moving to the sound of our still speaking God.